Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Today's game features a team that can get it done on the ground. The Seahawks are top 10 in rushing TDs, and they'll go up against a 49ers team that wants to keep the running game in check.
With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the San Francisco 49ers. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And the Seattle Seahawks. In motion is the tight end, Graham. Now Wilson on first down. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Solomon Thomas in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. He took a hit on that last play. Now let's see how he and the offense respond on second. Off the play fake to Rawls. Wilson. And right away, he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Wilson. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Trust me, Brandon, I'm not about to try and take your job. I can't do what you do. But that wasn't just 3 and out. That felt like 3 and backwards.
That's exactly what it was. You can have my job whenever you want it. The drive that you're looking for, though, probably going forward. Bad start to the ball game.
Yeah, not the way to get things going.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Michael Bannon in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Play action, Garoppolo. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Out to the flat for Hyde. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be 4th down.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was. the down and distance and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up fourth down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3-and-out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good, 3-and-out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That's a really nice play, to be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. 2nd down following the run. A fake to Rawls. Now it's Wilson. Wilson snags it left side. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
Fresh set of downs here. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now Wilson. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Eli Harold coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. In motion left is Baldwin. On 2nd down, here's Wilson. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down. Then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back. But it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
So a 2nd down incompletion now brings up 3rd down. From the shotgun, Wilson. Room here to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Here's Wilson to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Well, that's a perfect example of how he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's game. He is just all around the football right now, isn't he?
That he is, and it's funny because I talked with the coaching staff about drills that they do in practice, and one of them is called matching hands. And as soon as that hand is launched by the quarterback, you throw up the opposite hand and match that hand with the QB, and oftentimes you're able to knock it away, as we just saw there.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. He's got Lockett. Wilson to lock it there for the Seahawk first down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there?
Yes.
Maybe that extra that extra emphasis on it got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
Now it's Wilson. It's caught, blocked it. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Eric Armstead able to drop him for a loss of 4. And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. Play action. Now Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And the pressure gets to him again. Jordan Hicks in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And the first play will be a field goal try. The wind is at his back here in the second quarter. And it bangs off the left upright and deflects away. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that hollow metal sound is the bane of any kicker's existence, and here, that sound is going to keep our game scoreless.
And you can see him give that body English as the ball was in the air. Come on, baby, come on. But no dice that time.
No, check. Over.
Shift together here from the D-line. And some room to maneuver. And he'll get this up to about the 40. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Good. Over. All right, now look at 56. Here we go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. He couldn't get the edge there. It wasn't sealed, so maybe not all on the guy running the football all the time on those tosses and the pitches that go to the outside.
No, not at all. I would agree with that totally, because sometimes the defensive guys, they win the edge battle. And when they do that, there's no place for the running back to go, and especially for offensive linemen trying to get out ahead. But their footwork and speed is negligible on that play. No gain at all for the offense.
And he will find his man on the outside. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Here we go now.
Garoppolo on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun, Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Richardson. A good pickup there, a 22.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Wilson going to give to Rawls. And he's able to find some room as they get him down after a good run. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Russell Wilson, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Seahawks are able to strike for 6. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. Gano out to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. The 49ers getting set to trot out there. The result's not great thus far. A punt on the first drive and an interception last time out.
And let's face it, every team wants to come out on the field and play with some confidence, play with some tempo, play with some rhythm. And when you're making those types of mistakes, you're not getting any of that put together.
So what do you say, time to get back to the basics for them?
In a lot of ways, yes. But the biggest one, of course, is finding people who will take care of the football and make a few plays. You got to have it.
It's a foot race. The 20, 10, touchdown, 49ers. A big play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Seahawks. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
A gain of 6 there on first.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
On first down, Wilson. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Here's Wilson. Open man is Amari Darboh, complete. That one goes for 24 yards. The slot man in motion right. On first and 10, it's Wilson. Steps away to his left. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. On second down, Rawls. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Now he's flushed out left. He may try and run for this. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
So it's a second missed field goal here in this first half. He'll have to think about that going forward. Maybe time for a little soul-searching as well.
Yeah, the head coach might be looking towards the heavens because you wonder if this will affect the 4th down decision-making going forward. If you get 4th and 3, 4th and 4, situations that used to be calls for the kicker might get a second thought.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro free safety, Earl Thomas. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. That is caught at the 7. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. First and goal at the 3-yard line now. In the slot on the right is Graham. Now Wilson. This will be caught at about the 5. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, as the first half is winding down. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. To kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Frank Clark in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you across the country to Orlando, standing by there, Larry Ridley with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there. Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got some space here. And he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Now Carlos Hyde in the game. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and they're going to have a third down. Well, he's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency. A nickel look by Seattle on third down.
Yep, 5 defensive backs now. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall at the 23. 9 yards on the play and a first down. And back to the ground. Hyde. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Here we go.
On second down, here's Garoppolo. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
On third and long, it's Garoppolo. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Frank Clark in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
They go again with Rawls. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
They run with a power back, Rawls. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Now Wilson on first down. And he slides to avoid the hit. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. So they go out of the gun, try to delay it on the draw, but nothing there.
Yeah, good play by the defense there. They sniffed it out and made sure there were no gaps for him to run. If you're the offense, though, you have to think to yourself, maybe I go play action down the road.
Here's Wilson. And he held on to it too long. A coverage sack. Down he goes. Eric Armstead in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's third and long here.
19.
From the gun, it's Wilson. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 35. A gain of 32 that time.
I don't care how many times you tell the story, it never loses its luster for me. Doug Baldwin, undrafted out of Stanford, and plays like a #1 receiver should in the NFL. I don't care how you cover him. I don't care that his size isn't great. He's the one that typically comes up with the football.
Absolutely. His roots go all the way back to Gulf Breeze, Florida, where he's from, right on the water near Pensacola. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Eric Armstead in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Off the play fake to Rawls. Wilson. And an alley to run. And he gets it down to the 32. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down. The Seahawks on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is third down and 12. They go play action now. Wilson. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this third quarter of play. Here's John Ryan now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. Looking right. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it third down.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it. And boy, the reward was there. A big, big pickup. And guess what? It's now third and very short in order to try and pick up a first down.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. They get 9 yards there, and they get a first down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a third down. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
The Niners on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Let's go. Green 39. Green 39. Philly. Here we go.
Now Garoppolo. Got to have this one. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Now Wilson on 2nd down. It's complete to Lockett. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he's got his man. It's Darbo. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down
caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
On first down, Garoppolo. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Here we go. Green, 39. Detroit. Gun.
Garoppolo to try again on second down. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Over. Gun. Let's go. All right, now, lucky 56.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
Set. Green, 39.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Now they try the right side here. And he's brought down. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
All right, here we go.
Garoppolo. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Another 13 yards there twice in a row, and they're on the move. Another first down as well. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a second down. And now here's a carry heading left. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down. The Niners on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. And it's caught. And he's brought down. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
And that'll be incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout. as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal.
Here we go now.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Seahawks, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for the Niners, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Seahawks here as we say so long from Seattle.